phone, the photo, shaking hands, smiling, smiling.
Jangan pakai dua, bilang no, not dua, not dua.
No, two, no, two, no, two, no, two, no, two, no. We have to be careful on this.
Two is for Prabowo, one is for Jokowi.
Oh, dear.
No one brief you on that.
I think Pak Luhut starts. I know he does, but I think he's getting ready.
Should we start?
Yes?
Yes, please.
Okay. We haven't discussed about how we are going to do the choreography for this afternoon, but maybe because the national, Pak Luhut, so Pak Luhut, please.
Ya, Ibu Christine, Pak Jim, Bu Ani, and Pak Perry. Let me give you a short briefing about the result of this annual meeting IMF World Bank in Bali. In general, IMF World Bank Group, I think all event schedule was on time. So far, we have not found a certain constraint which might interfere the main events, side event, parallel events, or host country event. So far, we received so good comment and satisfaction from all the participants and also from any part who been here. The success of this event demonstrated the ability of Indonesian government to communicate and bring all Indonesia stakeholders in the international community under a strong leadership of President Joko Widodo. Indonesia has been able to hold various major events simultaneously in the minds of effort to deal with various disasters due to the national disaster in some location in Indonesia. Let me report to all of you the number of participants. MTS, IMF World Bank Group, is like 15,049 people. Indonesia planning team, 21,620 people. The total number of delegates and participants is 36,669 people. So this is, I think, is very good. We didn't expect going to be like this because our expectation was around 19,000. The rest, I think, we are so far so happy with this, and let Ibu Christine Lagarde, Pak Jim, and Ibu Ani, and Governor Perry to add on my comment on this. So the rest is very good, and I'm glad that Pak Jim Kim and Ibu Christian Lagarde experienced to ride with the Indonesian taxi during their stay here. Because the Mercedes-Benz E200 basically is a cab that we just changed the color a little bit so then it look like an expensive car. Thank you very much.
Maybe Ibu Christine and then Pak Jim.
So good afternoon to all of you. Bonjour à tous. Selamat sore. Terima kasih Indonesia. Atas semua atas
Thank you, Indonesia, for all your hard efforts.
That's close, very good.
Okay, I tried. Tried really hard. Now, just for the sake of avoiding any doubt, I say Indonesia, yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to give a big speech, but I just want all of you in the room to understand that this incredible achievement actually started 3 years ago. It's a long voyage to Indonesia that all of us have embarked upon when Indonesia was selected from a list of many candidates as the best possible location to have the meeting of the World Bank and the IMF. And some members here present in this room started working like crazy 3 years ago. So if you allow me, Pak Luhut, to ask the Indonesian planning team comprising the IMF, the World Bank and the Indonesian team members to stand up and be recognized, I would like to do that. Please, up. Yvonne, John Hai, come on.
Yvonne.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Woo. Woo. Thank you.
You have pulled it under the extraordinary leadership of Pak Luhut, Sri Mulyani, Pa Berry, and all of that with the blessing and the guidance of President Jokowi. You know, when you finish an event like that, it reminds me, I was telling Pak Luhut, it reminds me of your wedding ceremony. You prepare for a long, 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 long time, and then it goes through so smoothly, and you make all these friends, and you see all the acquaintances and family members, and then it's over, and you want to do it again. So that's how I feel at this point. We would like to do it again, but we're just a little bit tired at this point. So, unbelievable memories will survive for all of us. For me, it was the visit to Lombok on Monday morning with all of you. It was the planting of corals on Sunday as a testament to the future of these beautiful islands and their treasures. It was the incredible presentation by President Jokowi, who just amazed the entire world by creativity, invention, conviction, and a sense for the future of Indonesia in a multilateral setting where we look for the common good in every action that we take. And it was every day's smile, which for me expressed so much and so well the spirit of Indonesia, the spirit of giving, of hosting, of generosity. And I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. The IMF is a friend of Indonesia. We're here to stand by you when it's tough, when it's good. And I would like to say simply, IMF adalah tenan Indonesia.
IMF is a friend of Indonesia.
Okay, Pak Jim Kim.
Thank you so much, Shrimliani. And I just want to repeat, there was another incident recently, but for all my friends in Indonesia, Selamat siang.
Yeah.
Saya menyampaikan.
I would like to deliver my deepest condolences for the loss of lives and the damages in Sulawesi, Lombok. All of us at the World Bank Group, we are ready to support the government and the people of Indonesia.
Now, what we've learned is that the people of Indonesia are both extremely resilient and extremely compassionate. And we at the World Bank Group are very happy to be able to meet that compassion by announcing that we will be able to respond to the government's request for up to $1 billion to supplement rehabilitation and reconstruction efforts and to bolster long-term resilience in Sulawesi and Lombok. Now, thank you. I want to be very specific about what we've seen here. I was not able to go to Palu, but the CEO of the World Bank, Kristalina Georgieva, went with the Secretary General to Palu. And of course, they were devastated by the destruction. But what they both said was that they were extremely impressed with the response. Now, you know, the Secretary General and Kristalina, in her previous role in charge of the European Union's recovery and response efforts, the humanitarian efforts, don't say that lightly. They were extremely impressed with the response. There was tremendous loss of life, but Indonesia is in the circle of fire. These events happen. We experience one when we are here. So for a country to be able to maintain such a strong response to disaster and run a meeting like this is truly remarkable. We were so impressed with everything that happened from the first greetings in the morning to the evening. And I want to thank Minister Luhut, Minister Sri Mulyani, and also Governor Perry for doing things that really we are left speechless because they were so well done in the midst of tragedy. Thank you. Now, the themes in the meeting for us were disruptive technology and, of course, human capital. And we feel that doing this meeting in Indonesia was extremely fitting. Indonesia has made an extraordinary commitment to building human capital. And in July, when I visited Lombok and visited a program, I have never seen such a well-organized. The Human Development Worker Program, I think, is going to revolutionize Indonesia's ability to reduce childhood stunting and improve the lives of the young people. But I have to say that there's no better reminder of why we gathered here than the speech that President Jokowi delivered at the plenary. No one doubted his warning that winter is coming, that challenges can turn into crises if we don't face them together. The strongest tool that we have to combat those challenges is the kind of solidarity that is embedded in multilateralism. Game of Thrones mirrors a time before multilateralism, a time before nation states, when most of the world was extremely poor, and families with great wealth battled each other for power. The global prosperity of the decades since World War II has, to a significant degree, been built through the support of the multilateral system. Today, perhaps the greatest challenge we face together is a lack of solidarity among people of different nation states, of cultures and religions, but also a lack of solidarity with the poorest. This week, Indonesia has provided all of us with an inspiring vision of a renewed commitment to multilateralism, solidarity among all women and men, and a determination to ensure that no one, not even the poorest, is left behind. On behalf of the entire World Bank Group, let me say again to all of our friends here in Indonesia and abroad, terima kasih, terima kasih, terima kasih.
Thank you. Thank you, Pak Jim, Ibu Christine. We can imagine that both of you only in Indonesia for 1 week and you can speak Bahasa very fluently. So I think if you stay here for 1 month, spending all your salary here, I think you are going to be very, very fluent in Bahasa. Let me first also use this opportunity to thanks for all stakeholders that has contributed to this successful 2018 annual meeting IMF World Bank. Really, all stakeholders. I cannot name it one by one, but they are all very, very important. From the day that all the participants arrive in the airport, immigration, liaison officers, volunteer, the police, security from TNI, military, and everybody. It's just amazing. all feedback that we receive from all participants, minister, governor, participant, they are all, no one gave us any even small complaint about this event. So it's very successful. Amazing, amazing. I would like to also thanks for all the participants of this IMF World Bank annual meeting, because all delegates, they always start by expressing condolences, sympathy, and support to the natural disaster affected area, Lombok, Palu, Donggala. So these are all boosting our even motivation more to do the right thing, to rebuild the people as well as the livelihood and the economy, both in Lombok as well as in Palu and Donggala. We use this, all the expression of sympathy and support as our response, which is already recognized by Christine and Jim and others, that been led by President Jokowi, Vice President Kala in a very effective way. We will continue those spirit until we are going to be able to restore and rebuild. Jim mentioned about President Jokowi opening speech, which in my 12 years attending annual meeting of the IMF World Bank, I don't know how long Christine attended, but I actually attended IMF World Bank annual meeting since 2004 or 2005, 13 years. Never any pidato or speech by a host country, which is very simple, very focused, very relevant, and so, what you call it, out of the box, and wow. I think wow effect. Wow. It's really wow effect, amazing. And everybody asking, who's actually writing the speech? Is it you, Sri Mulyani? No, I don't have this kind of imagination. So it must be President Jokowi himself. So that is, but it is actually a very good speech that is giving the sense of strong coordination, strong collaboration, and the spirit of new multilateralism. Amazingly, without coordinated, it is actually the issue that we discussed in the past 1 week. So I don't know, but that is really something which provides us with reminder that this is going to be an issue which is continue relevant for the whole world. So that is a very, very amazing pidato which is being seen and has been written by everybody. That pidato which is mentioned about winter is coming is exactly warning all of us. There is a race in the global economy that we have all need to address and face. And if we are addressing with a spirit of coordination and collaboration, I think we can have a better result. I'm glad that during this 1 week meeting, we discussed a lot of development issue which is relevant not only for Indonesia, but also for the world. For many Indonesia, this is very important. We discuss about disaster risk management and financing. We talk about human capital. We talk about digital technology and Bali fintech's principle. We talk about green financing. We talk about the Sharia-based sukuk financing. We talk about climate change. And we talk about the risks that we need to be very vigilant. I think these are all the issues which is very relevant for Indonesia especially, but also for the world. I want to use this opportunity to thank Pak Luhut personally. Pak Luhut, 2 years without sleeping, preparing this one. He's really like leading all the team from both national as well as this in Bali, and mobilizing all the institutions. Remarkable dedication and amazing spirit for the general will never fade away. So Pak Luhut is always. And I would like to express thanks for Pak Perry and all Bank Indonesia team who work closely with us from the Ministry of Finance. I want to express also, Pak Peri, please convey to your former, Pak Agus, which is also part of this process is under his leadership, a remarkable relationship and cooperation that we are doing together between Ministry of Finance and Bank Indonesia. A great team, a great chemistry, and we really actually have a lot of fun of preparing this one under a lot of pressure. This will make the fiscal policy on monetary policy is getting more and more better coordinated. Thank you. I want to use this opportunity to thank for the whole organizer, PCO, LO, local government, ministries, other ministries, TNI, Polri in this case, as well as people of Bali and governor, the current governor and the previous governors of Bali. They are all so wonderful. And also all the support which is given to all of us. I think this event providing an Indonesia a platform, a landscape, a stage to present how beautiful, how rich, how diverse Indonesia, how gracious, how remarkable Indonesian people, from the artists, from the choir, from the dancer, for the small medium enterprises, state-owned enterprises, people, the hotel that we are using here. These are all a remarkable working together to become a host. Thank you so much for all your dedication. You really, truly represent Indonesia in the best possible way. I'm proud of all of you. And of course, lastly, I would like to give also my best wish of luck to Morocco to become the host of 2021. We just met with the Minister of Finance, Central Bank Governor, and I give them all the message from Bali. I want to close, but winter is coming in US and Europe and Japan and in China. Winter is coming there. We want to give you and provide you the warmth and the love, the affection, and the strong spirit of cooperation coming from Bali so that it will warmth and create you a comfortable protection during your winter time over there. So good luck on your winter time. Please, please, please maintain the spirit of love, affection, and the whole spirit of coordination from Bali, long lasting until we can survive the winter. Thank you so much. Pak Peri.
Thank you. Two years ago when we selected as host of this year annual meeting of the IMF and the World Bank. And we formed a national team under strong leadership of Pak Luhut. And also very close cooperation on the Ibu Sri Mulyani and the Minister of Finance. And we also in the Bank Indonesia. The team, the spirit, the motivation that we have at that time, we not only want to make this event a great success, but also to ensure, to showcase that Indonesia in this region continue to be reform, resilient, and progressive countries. And beyond that, we want to contribute positively on how to make better living in the global through the international organization. Well, Alhamdulillah, we make it. We make it in those aspects. What are the key words? Leadership and collaborative synergy. That's the 2 years of work hard and the strong leadership by Pak Luhut, collaborative effort between all of the line minister, Minister of Finance, Bank Indonesia, collaborative effort with our colleagues from the IMF and the World Bank, that make happen. But beyond that, collaborative effort with all stakeholders, being Indonesia, all of the line ministry, and the central and local government, support from the hotel, the venue, the tourists, support from the LO, and support for everybody. And last but not least, of course, the strong support from media. You make happen, we make happen. Thank you.
Okay, let us open for any question from the floor, if there is any, or if you want to express congratulations, that's
Tidak
also
tanya jawab.
fine. No? We are not Q&A. Okay, thank you so much. So thank you and see you. Bapak. Jim, photo.
Here.
In here.